Hello, students. This is Miss McCauley, your teacher. So today we're going to be reading a paragraph that focuses on the A consonant E spelling, okay? So it's the long A with the silent E. So let's put our name right here. Now, my name is McCauley, so that's what I'm going to write. But you write your name, okay? Don't write my name. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to read this question, and then we're going to read the paragraph, okay? Because if we read the question, then we'll be looking for the answer as we read the paragraph. Okay, so here's the question. What was the worm's name? I'm going to read it again, okay? What was the worm's name? So as we read this, we're going to think about the worm's name, okay? Okay, this is echo reading. So I read first and you repeat, okay? We're going to put our finger on it. Me first and then you. Here I go. A worm named Wade went on a race. Okay, now your turn. Put your finger here. Ready? Begin. Okay, my turn. Here I go. The race was in a maze. Okay, your turn. Put your finger here. Ready? Begin. All right, good job. Even if it wasn't perfect, that's okay. You do the best you can. My turn. Here I go. He started at the gate. Your turn. Put your finger right here. Ready? Begin. Okay, my turn. Here I go. Wade was scared. He would be late. Okay, put your finger right here on Wade. Ready? Begin. Okay, now it's my turn. Here I go. He went as fast as he could. Okay, put your finger right here on he. Ready? Begin. Okay, that was a hard one. Okay, so don't worry if you didn't remember all the words. It's okay. My turn. Here I go. When he got to the end, an apple was his fate. Okay, now it's your turn. Put your finger on the word when. Ready? Begin. Okay, good job. Let me just get it. Okay, now, next, my turn. Here I go. I did not want an apple. Okay, your turn. Put your finger on the word I. Ready? Begin. Okay, that wasn't bad. Good job. My turn. Here I go. I wanted a cake. Your turn. Put your finger on I. Ready? Begin. Okay, good job. Now it's my turn. Here I go. Is there a way I can trade? Okay, your turn. Put your finger on the word is. Ready? Begin. Okay. So now we've read it one time. So I'm going to color the first face because we read it the first time, or whatever color. Doesn't matter what color you do, okay? Doesn't matter. This color's not really showing up very well, is it? I can't even see it. Let's see if I can get a darker color. Okay. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if you can see this one. Okay, that's better. Here we go. Okay, so now we've got to think of what was Worm's name. Well, it tells you right here in the first sentence, a worm named Wade, right there. So I'm going to underline it, a worm named Wade. Okay, so right here, I'm going to write his name was Wade. Okay, let's think of his. Is his. Here I go. His. Go ahead and write that down. Okay, hopefully you finished writing it down. I'm going to put was. Now, this looks like the word was, right? Was, but it's was. This a is doesn't make a sound. It makes a sound, which is the what you call it, the schwa. It makes the schwa sound. Was. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh my goodness, I forgot the word name. See, this is why you need an eraser. This is why you need to write in pencil. Name. His name was Wade. Okay, so you write it down. I'm sorry about this. You're going to have to erase the word was. His name was Wade. Go ahead and pause the video so you can write down the whole sentence. Okay, hopefully you paused the video and you wrote his name was Wade. If you haven't done that, do that now, okay? So that you can finish up before we go on to the number 2. Okay, so we're going to go on to question number 2. What was Wade's fate? And let me tell you, I can see the word fate right here. Right here, fate. So I know the answer is going to be right here. So we're going to read it again so we can find the answer, okay? All right. Let's echo read again. I read first and you repeat. Here I go. Here I go. A worm named Wade went on a race. Your turn. Ready? Begin. Okay, my turn. Here I go. The race was in a maze. Okay, your turn. Put your finger on the word the. Ready? Begin. Good. My turn. He started at the gate. Okay, put your finger on the word he. Ready? Begin. Okay, my turn. Here I go. Wade was scared he would be late. Okay, put your finger on the word Wade. Ready? Begin. Okay, I hope I'm not going too fast. Sorry if I am. Okay, my turn. He went as fast as he could. Your turn. Put your finger on the word he. Ready? Begin. Okay. Now it's my turn. Here I go. When he got to the end, an apple was his fate. There's the answer. Okay, your turn. Put your finger on the word when. Ready? Begin. Good job. Okay. My turn. Here I go. I did not want an apple. Your turn. Put your finger on the word I. Ready? Begin. Great job. Okay, my turn. Here I go. I wanted a cake. Your turn. Put your finger on the word I. Ready? Begin. All right, great job. Last sentence. My turn. And this one's a question. You can tell because there's a question mark. Here I go. Is there a way I can trade? Your turn. Put your finger on the word is. Ready? Begin. All right, we finished the second read, so I'm going to color in that second face. And let's answer that question. What was Wade's fate? Well, right here we know it's about fate. It says, when he got to the end, an apple was his fate. So there is the answer. An apple was his fate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. So let's write that here. An apple. I'm going to write it fast, but you can pause it at the end after I'm done writing it and you can copy it down. An apple was his fate. Okay. So I copied it down. You pause the video and you copy down these 5 words. An apple was his fate. Okay? Go ahead and copy that down. Pause the video so you can do that. Okay, hopefully you paused the video and you wrote an apple was his fate. If you've not finished, pause the video again and finish it. Okay, because otherwise you're going to fall behind. Okay, so we're going to read this last question and then we're going to read it one more time and then we'll write the answer. So it says, what did Wade want instead of the apple? What did he want instead of the apple? Okay, so let's read it and find out. I think you already know, right? I think you already know what he wants to do. Okay, so this time we're not going to echo read. We're going to choral read, which means we're going to read it together, you and I at the same time. Not too fast, not too slow, together. So let's put our finger on the word A, and we're going to read the maze again. Here we go. Ready? Begin. A worm named Wade went on a race. And there he is right there. The race was in a maze. He started at the gate. Wade was scared. He would be late. He went as fast as he could. When he got to the end, an apple was his fate. And there's the apple right there at the end, see? I did not want an apple. I wanted a cake. That's what he wanted. Is there a way I can trade? All right, we did a good job reading that together. Let's color in that last circle. So that's easy, right? What did Wade want instead of an apple? Right there it says, I wanted a cake. That's what he wanted instead of an apple. So instead of saying I wanted a cake, because it's not asking what I wanted, it's asking what did Wade want. We're going to say he wanted a cake or Wade wanted a cake. Let's do that. Wade wanted a cake. So right here, instead of I, we're going to put Wade. Here we go. Wade. Remember, the W is tall. Wade wanted a cake. Okay, so go ahead and write Wade wanted a cake. You can pause the video, okay, to write it down because we're done. Okay, so the first question was, what was the worm's name? His name was Wade, right? It tells you right there, a worm named Wade. And next question is, what was Wade's fate? It tells you right here. When he got to the end, an apple was his fate. So I wrote, an apple was his fate. Or you just could put an apple if you want. Last one was, what did Wade want instead of the apple? It says right here, I wanted a cake. So I put Wade wanted a cake. Okay? All right. All right, good job. I'm going to end this video.